Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to Idea Diary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. So this is episode 111, my favorite number. It wasn't always my favorite number. 111, 1111, about 2011. I would see it all the time. Like 20 times a day, everywhere I looked, I would see 111. Going down the street, accidentally look at the clock, looking at my phone, just constantly. But I turned it into a good thing, and I made it into I love you time. So every time I see it, 1111 or 111, I just say, I love you. Giving it a purpose kind of slowed it down a little bit, and I tried to understand what it means when people start seeing repeating numbers over and over again. There's angel numbers and weird things that I don't know enough about to talk about, but I do think it has a meaning, and I do overall feel like it's a positive thing to see repeating numbers, but it can be maddening. So today, since this might be an important show for me, I guess, what I wanted to talk about today is how are you still playing small? So somebody was talking about coming out of their shell, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I still feel a lot of anxiety, even though I'm doing a daily show and trying to come to the microphone and to the camera to kind of talk about stuff that I want to talk about. And it's pretty hard, but I'm just showing up and doing it, even though I'm not good at it yet, because I really don't know any other way to get good other than to just do it. And it is a little embarrassing having a bunch of really bad videos on the internet, but at the same time, I'm hoping that people can understand that you have to start somewhere. And I'm just not getting into my head about it. I'm trying not to get into my head. I'm trying just to go with it. I'm trying just to push record and push publish without any anxiety. And I'm trying to come out of my shell, and I'm trying to do it with more authority and all that stuff. But I also still want to be me, which I'm not really the type of person to, I guess I would say I'm not really the type of person that has to be in charge and has to make sure that everyone thinks that they're the smartest person in the world. I'm just kind of happy creating and doing my best and making awesome things. Whether or not people notice or not, or appreciate me or not, I'm kind of happy just doing it, doing whatever I want. As long as I get to do whatever I want, I'm happy. And being appreciated by peers and stuff like that, of course, is amazing, but it's not something that stops me from doing what I want to do if I'm not getting it. I'm still going to push forward, and really, for me, it's all about the skills and getting better. And I do hope to have somebody care someday that I'm uploading a show, but if that never happens, it's not really going to affect what I'm doing and affect trying. If nobody pays attention, it might get boring after a while, but I'm still learning a lot and it's still fun, so I'm still going for it. And I'm committing to definitely a year of as every day as possible, and I'm committing to 3 years of doing it before I make a decision of if it's for me or not, because I think that's the best idea. It's still hard for me to come out of my shell, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have that same feeling. And my main hurdle to go through is I'm afraid of not looking cool. For whatever reason, that's just always been my thing. Even as a little kid, I wanted to be cool. I wanted to look cool. I didn't want to embarrass myself. And it's kind of a stupid thing. And it's just something that I guess it still like hangs out in the back of my head, but I'm over it. I'm done worrying about that. That's given me a lot of freedom to do a daily show. even though I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess I was just thinking, well, if somebody else might be having that same feeling, and just knowing that somebody else got over it and is getting out there and talking to the internet and not being scared necessarily, that maybe that could help somebody that might be having that problem too, and wants to connect to the world using the internet and using audio and visual tools. You just got to come out of your shell. And I think eventually, I'm not an amazing speaker. Would probably say I'm not a good speaker at all, but I'm trying to pull the good speaker out of me, and I'm trying to get out of my shell. It's kind of weird thinking about when you're in a band and you're playing music and you're booking shows and you're getting on stage, just big or small, whatever it is. You would think that you'd have to be really brave or have a really outgoing personality, and that's really coming out of your shell. But performing, for some reason, to me was not at all scary, and it really didn't seem like it was all about me. I mean, I was in a band, so I was with a group of people that were doing something together. So it was never just me and a guitar singing, and if I messed up, then that would be embarrassing. I guess maybe that's more of a coming out of your shell thing. But performing on stage, you kind of felt like there was a barrier, and there was this safety of distance in a way, even though you were trying to perform a song and you're trying to connect and trying and hoping that people liked it and stuff like that. But you can still be super shy and a super introvert and be a musician and be a performer and be a Broadway legend or something like that. You would think that's coming out of your shell. But talking and connecting to people, hopefully on the internet, it feels definitely it feels very hard. It feels very intimidating. It feels very vulnerable, or I feel very vulnerable. And I've got to think, and it's also a reminder for me, I've got to come out of my shell. I've got to quit playing small, whatever that means for me. I want to get to the next level. We've got 111 shows so far, so I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things. Tomorrow, it'll get better, or something's going to happen, or there'll be a magic moment that I all of a sudden feel okay, I got this. Let's just take it up a notch. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm preparing. I'm working on my skills, and I'm ready for it. I just going with the flow. I'm showing up. We'll see how things happen. One thing that does help me think about is even your favorite musician, or your favorite chef, or your favorite author, or your favorite actor, or your favorite whatever. Even though you think they're amazing and every annoying thing they do is cute to you, there's somebody out there that thinks they suck and thinks that they should go away. So even super talented, amazing people have haters. Even though millions of people love them, there's always somebody that's going to think they're bad. So that does give me hope that if maybe just one person likes what I'm doing, then it's all worth it. And I'm hoping that maybe this show brings some happiness to someone's day, and maybe they don't turn into every show, but maybe they come back and check it out at some point. And I think that's pretty much the goal for right now. Inspiration to do whatever you want and to be happy and to go for it. And hopefully someone out there is listening, and my show and what I'm doing is making them feel happy. Anyway, that's the show for today. Episode 111. And I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just going to play the music.